Welcome into News Channel 11 at 5:30. I'm Jai Smith. Sarah Diamond is in Kingsport tonight. She'll be rejoining us in just a few moments. The late update now on the confirmed COVID-19 cases here in our region. There have been 6 positive cases in Southwest Virginia. We're looking at Tennessee numbers here, so let's talk about that. 1,800 positive cases of COVID-19 in the state of Tennessee, with now 13 deaths. An important number here, right there at the bottom of your screen, 23,304 people have now been tested for COVID-19 in Tennessee. Of course, health is a top priority during the COVID-19 pandemic, but the economic impact is incredibly felt by many. Many small businesses are suffering tonight. They've had to shut down. Many are learning today they can no longer stay open in this new world of social distancing. Happy to have with us today, this is Aundrea Wilcox. She's the Executive Director of the Kingsport Office of Small Business Development and Entrepreneurship, and she's joining us now via Skype to talk about how business owners and employees can work to survive. Aundrea, thank you for being here. You have been an evangelist for small businesses and entrepreneurs for years in the Tri-Cities. I want to know what you're hearing from them tonight. What's the word on the street? How bad is it?
Well, I think, it's bad, right now. I think we're remaining positive. I love that the small businesses they're actually leaning on each other and looking at how can they help the community get around this, get over this situation that we're in. So, the situation is grave right now, but we are surviving. We're in survival mode.
Yeah, you don't get to be a small business owner and not understand something of survival. I guess it's part of their DNA. Are you hearing them talk about maybe having to close and, walk away from it?
Absolutely. There are some businesses that have already closed temporarily, and we don't know if that could end up, being permanently. We just don't know how long this is all going to last. So businesses are looking at their situation, their current situation, and they're making the best decision they can with the information that they have. And as you know, information is coming from all over, from various sources. So that probably is the biggest challenge that I'm seeing with small businesses, is that there's so much information out there. How do they know, who to listen to and what is reliable information?
Absolutely.
So at the chamber, at KOSBE, we're trying to make it easier for them.
Well, let's talk specifically about that and how you are doing that at the Kingsport Chamber and at KOSBE. What are you doing right now to help the folks who are out on the main streets and trying to survive?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the initiatives that we started last week is we are offering a live webinar every Thursday at 4 p.m. For small businesses to get on the line with us, get into the webinar to hear about the different financial assistance that is available. There are so many programs out there, and it's very, confusing to know which one is the right one for businesses. So we're getting on every Thursday at 4 p.m. to go through the application process live, because things are changing so rapidly. To have a pre-recorded webinar is not really going to be much use for people. So we're doing live, and then we're following that with a live Q&A. So we're actually getting some real questions that business owners have, and we're answering those questions on the fly during the live event.
I imagine this is something you're offering to your members in Kingsport, right? Is that exclusively for membership at this point?
Actually, it isn't. It's open to any small business that can hear us, virtual, which that's what's nice about being out there on the internet. But anybody can sign up for the webinar by going to our website, absolutely, to sign up for it. But there is no cost. You don't have to be a chamber member. You don't have to be a KOSBE client. You don't have to be a TSBDC client. Any business seeking information and seeking help is strongly encouraged to sign up for that webinar.
And that's through the Kingsport Chamber website. For someone listening to this tonight, where can they go?
They can go to KOSBE.org for that information. KOSBE.org, there is a events tab, a business training tab, and they'll click on that tab for what's coming up as far as trainings.
And we're going to put that up on the screen for our viewers coming up here in a few moments. I'd love to know your perspective on, if you could talk to business owners everywhere and just give them a few, here's what you need to do right now. Let's talk first to the business owner. What can you do right now? What should you be doing right now to go into a proactive form of survival mode?
Right. So the first thing is like I said earlier, there's so much information out there, so business owners just don't know where to go. So my advice is to go to your accountant first, right? So if you have an accountant, that would be the first phone call, the first person that I would pick up the phone and get in touch with the accountant. Also reach out to your banker if your banker has not already reached out to you. Now, Josh, we know there are businesses that don't have an accountant. They're very small businesses, might not have an accountant, and they're doing that stuff themselves. They can reach out to their small business development center, their local small business development center counselor like myself, and we can talk them through, give them the information that they need. We can refer them if they want to get an accountant on board. This is the time to do it.
And social media is something you've been preaching for years and have been using for years. I'm thinking if a business is not on social media at this point, communicating day by day, that's important. Am I right in that assumption?
Very, very right. For example, I've had some hair salons, for example, that have closed their door because of the nature of their work. The 6 feet apart is difficult, but they do have some retail items at the store that they can go on Facebook and do a live and sell some products. The other thing that businesses can do, they can always educate, so they can educate their customers. They can use their internet presence for that as well. But I don't want them to disappear if they are having to close with the new guidelines that are coming out. Don't disappear. Stay visible. Stay engaged, especially with your customers. This is a time, too, to think about customer retention. They should be reaching out to their customers by phone. Everybody's not on the internet. Everybody's not on social media. So pick up the phone. Send a personalized letter to your customers. Retain your customers. Do what you can to retain customers that you already have.
Aundrea Wilcox with Kingsport Chamber and KOSBE. Just real quickly, what would you say to that person at home who is really heartbroken for what's happened to their favorite small local businesses or their regional businesses? And what would you advise that shopper, that retailer, that customer that's maybe not able to go out now, maybe their business is in a holding pattern and on hold, their favorite businesses, what can they do to support them in this time?
Right. So a lot of businesses have the option for customers to buy a gift certificate, right? So they can buy that gift certificate for a service in the future to support those small businesses. And a lot of the, restaurants, for example, they do have carry out or pick up. So you can still support the small businesses. We just got to be creative in how we do that.
And just letting them know, I would think just a word of encouragement, right? Some sort of indication from you, the shopper, you, the restaurant goer, you, the hairstyle customer, just we're rooting you on. I would think encouragement would help at this point.
Absolutely. I was listening to a conference call today, and I think it's so important. We got to listen to the news and get our information, but also we got to spend time just self-care, right? Taking care of ourselves and taking care of our friends, family. Get on a Zoom call with your family. Get on a Zoom call with your customers to connect. Don't lose that connection. We're having a dark time right now, but we're all in this together. So the thing is, we're not alone. That business owner is not alone. The customers, we want them as much as the businesses want us. Yeah. So we just need to maintain the connections that we have.
Aundrea Wilcox with the Kingsport Office of Small Business Development and Entrepreneurship. Thank you for what you all are doing. Thank you for the incredibly good information tonight. We appreciate you.
Thanks.
I want to show you that information on your screen. Again, the websites for the small business owners to get help in applying for loans. Also, that resource information for KOSBE and Kingsport available for everybody. You can click on the COVID-19 link. Stay with us. Back in a moment.